Hey guys, it's RCK, and I'm glad to have you back here again today. We will be going over the next and final parts of the Midnight Hunt card review here. We have the artifacts and the flip cards. We forgot to do the artifacts with the multicolored cards, but we will get it done here today. And I'm also joined by Captain Waffles, of course. Glad to have him back.
Back again, once again, guys. But yeah, we're finally about to reach the end. It's been a heck of a journey, man. I will say it's gonna be nice to see these last few couple cards, go over them a little bit, and see what we think about them. But let's go ahead and get things started. First off, we have the Celestis. It's going to be a three colors legendary artifact. It is neither day or nor night. It becomes day as Celestis enters the battlefield. Has the ability tap, add one mana of any color. Has a secondary ability pay three, tap. If it's night, it becomes day. Otherwise, it becomes night. Activate only as a sorcery. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, you gain one life. You may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. So,
Cool. I can see
yeah.
this played in vampire decks, or no, vampire werewolf decks.
Yes, definitely gonna be played in werewolf decks. I was about to say, where you going with vampires and this? But it definitely can be played, guys, in werewolf decks. You actually need this type of thing, so that way you can have control over the transformation process that's coming alongside in this Innistrad set. So I'm definitely sure this is gonna pop up.
Or this could be played in with all those white cards. Remember, they all those other cards had triggers when the night cycle changed.
Oh yeah,
That could be another one.
it's true. It is. That could definitely be another one. It definitely could be another one. It's definitely one I think to be picked up though in this set. Most definitely. I pretty sure I'm gonna see this around the table. Next up, guys, we have Crossroads Candle Guide. It's gonna be a 4 cost card colorless. When it enters the battlefield, exile up to one target card from a graveyard. Has the secondary ability of paying 2, add 1 mana of any color. So I will say, I just pulled one of these today out of a bag. Not a fan of it.
It's so expensive.
It's so expensive.
Yeah, you get 3, 4
It's mega expensive for what it's
kind of
you
a
do.
vanilla creature that has a mana filtering, but it costs you extra mana. You get an exiled creature card from no.
No, it's garbo.
And speaking of cards we pulled today, I pulled a jack-o'-lantern today.
Did you really?
Yes.
Well, it's a one colorless card. Has pay 1 tap jack-o'-lanterns. Exile the 1 target card from a graveyard. Draw a card, and it has a secondary ability of pay 1. Exile jack-o'-lantern from your graveyard. Add 1 mana of any color. So you pay 1 to sacrifice and draw a card. Then you can pay another 1 to basically gain some mana from it by exiling it.
That's mana filtering from your graveyard.
Mhm.
And you get it replaces itself. You get rid of a target card in a graveyard. Definitely a sideboard card, maybe.
Maybe so.
I don't know.
I'm not huge.
Depends on how heavy the graveyard decks are when it comes to standard.
Yeah, most definitely. I will say I like the design.
I do
The design
too.
is cool. The design is very cool. I like that. Moving on, guys, we have the Moon Sliver Key. It's going to be 2 colors. Artifact. Pay 1 tap. Sacrifice Moon Sliver Key. Search your library for an artifact card with a mana ability or a basic land card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Might be a nice way to get a mana crypt out real quick. When you think about it, if you're willing to pay that 1 and go ahead and send that circle to the graveyard, go get you a mana crypt out or a soul ring. I like a soul ring myself, since I ain't.
Well, you play that mana crypt for free. We keep going.
You know what? I can't stand y'all. I can't stand y'all. Moving on, guys, we have the one for sure card that always comes back in some form or format. Pithing Needle. Isn't this a reprint?
Yes, this has been reprinted from one of the Kamigawa sets, and I do have a full set of them from that set. But I think you actually pulled one, didn't you, Waffles?
Yes, I did actually pull a Pithing Needle. I did.
They are very, very good cards to have. They're very reactionary cards. As Pithing Needle enters battlefield, choose a card name. Activate abilities or sources with chosen name cannot be activated unless they're mana abilities. So, you play your Teferi, I play my Pithing Needle. All's good in the world.
Oh, Darkest Night. Evil Darkest Night.
So I can, even by that time, if we're playing or possibly this could be a sideboard card, I get on my turn 1. I go ahead and name the cards that you have. I go ahead and name whatever fetch land you have.
This is true. This is true. I mean, you think about it. You know, especially exactly what somebody's going to be playing. Like, especially somebody's going to be running something like werewolves or
Guess what? Your
zombies
fetch lane just sits there.
or a fetch land. You know, like all that shit just sits there. You can't.
It's a good card.
It's a good card.
It stops commanders in their tracks.
It does.
It stops planeswalkers.
It
It stops all kinds of stuff.
It's an annoying artifact. One I've never myself got to use, but I'll probably wind up putting it in something I own now just because of this effect. So it's definitely one of those ones, if you pick it up, it's worth running, man. It's definitely worth running. Good old Pithing Needle. Moving on, guys, we have Silverbolt. It's going to be one color. This artifact says pay 3. Tap, sacrifice Silverbolt. It deals 3 damage to target creature. If a werewolf is dealt damage this way, destroy it. So I will say it is very hostile to werewolves.
Very.
Very hostile. So, but I will say, I mean, honestly, guys, if you look at it from a standpoint, it's literally a 4-mana kill spell for werewolves. That's pretty much it.
Or anything that has 3 toughness.
Or yeah, anything that has 3 toughness. That's pretty much what it is. To me, it's not worth it. I mean, like I said, I could pop it eating alive.
You can have better cards.
Yeah, there's better kill spells. There's just better kill spells, guys, in my opinion. I would just skip over Silverbolt. Last but not least, for artifacts, we have the Stuffed Bear. It's going to be 2 colors. The artifact it says pay 2. Stuffed Bear becomes a 4/4 green bear artifact creature until end of turn. So basically, you paying 2, then paying another 2. So basically, guys, let's be honest. You're paying 4 to create a 4/4 green bear artifact creature.
Guess what? Next turn, you have to pay another 2. So now it's 6 for 4.
Yeah. It sucks.
It's not very good.
It sucks.
So next we're going to go to the double face cards.
Let's go.
Don't look.
I know, right?
Should have done this before. Oops.
Oh, my God. Anyway, guys, first up, we have Ambitious Farmhand. It's going to be a 1 colorless, 1 white. She is a creature, a human peasant. When she enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic plains card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. She also owns the Coven ability. With 1 colorless, 2 white, transform her. And activate only if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers. So,
I like it. Early card, ramps you, puts a card in your hand.
I mean, let's be honest, white always need ramp. So, I mean, that's a good thing.
You're very focused on Coven normally on white at this point.
That ain't a problem, guys. They've got it in the bag. She transforms into Seasoned Cathar, who is going to have lifelink, and it's going to be a 3/3. Not a bad transformation.
Lots of value afterwards for the 2/2.
Exactly. Not bad at all, guys. Definitely would check that one out. If you're running right, she might be one you want to add in. Moving on, we have the Beloved Beggar. He's going to be 1 colorless, 1 white, human peasant. He has Disturbed. For colorless 4 and 2 white, you may cast this card from your graveyard, transform for its disturbed cost. When it transforms, it changes into the creature known as Generous Soul. He's a spirit, flying vigilance. If Generous Soul will be put into graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead.
Interesting.
It is quite interesting.
Quite expensive, though.
Yeah.
But is a flying vigilance 4/4. Okay.
If you transform him. That's the thing. You gotta transform him. I mean, that's gonna be the backdrop for a lot of these cards. It's like, they might be crap on the front end, but might actually be worth it, but you still gotta transform them before you can get to worth. Moving on, guys, we have Bereaved Survivor. She's gonna be 2 colors, 1 white, human peasant. When another creature you control dies, transform Bereaved Survivor.
Well, this should be an easy one to flip.
Yeah, it will be. She changes into Dauntless Avenger when she enters the battlefield. Whenever Dauntless Avenger attacks, return target creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Okay, I will say this. I like the fact that, she's one of those kind of special cards that where you swing out, you get something for it, and then you get it tapped and swinging out with her. I like those type of cards.
You can get other cards, maybe Seasoned Cathar has died, you get the flip version back, you get another land, comes in attacking, you have Coven, you pay the 3, it flips back over to a 3/3 lifelink. Lots of stuff you can do.
Lots of stuff. A lot of synergy you can pull off here, guys, with those type of cards. White is looking good for the transform version.
It really is.
Next up, guys, we have the Brutal Cathar. He's going to be 2 colors, 1 white. He's a human soldier werewolf. When this creature enters the battlefield, it transforms into Brutal Cathar. Exile target creature and opponent controls until this creature leaves the battlefield. He also owns the ability Daybound. If a player casts no spells during their turn, it becomes night next turn. And his transform is Moonrage Brute. which looks pretty cool. It has first strike and ward, pay 3. Owns the title of Nightbound. The player casts at least 2 spells during their own turn. It becomes day next turn. 3/3, not bad. Kind of cool, actually.
I like
would
it.
say. I like the fact it gets first strike and has ward, of all things.
So you're going to be dealt damage if you target it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I was not expecting ward to be on the other side of that. That's kind of surprising. Not bad for a transform card. Next up, guys, we have Chaplain of Alms. He's going to be a 1 white. Has first strike and ward, pay 1. And he also has Disturbed. 3 colorless and 1 white. Transforms into Chapel Shieldgeist. Spirit Cleric with flying and first strike. Each creature you control has ward of 1 whenever it becomes the target of a spell or ability opponent controls. Counter it unless that player plays 1. If Chapel Shieldgeist will be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead.
I like this card. I like this card a lot.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a cool card. I like the fact that it's going to give everything ward, man. That's awesome. Even if it is just a ward of 1, you think they're going to have to pay that extra 1.
Pay 1 on everything.
Hey, who wants to pay? Let me tell you something. Taxation at the table.
Nobody wants to pay
it. Not a popular thing. I'm gonna let you know. Don't nobody like to do that, Joe.
So next we have an Enduring Angel for 5 mana, 2 colors, 3 white, flying, double strike. You have hexproof. They say 3/3. If your life total is reduced to 0 or less, instead transform Enduring Angel and your life total becomes 3. Then, if Enduring Angel didn't transform this way, you lose the game.
Oh, okay.
What?
Holy smokes. Hold on. Read that again.
So, if your life total would be reduced to 0 or less, instead transform Enduring Angel and your life total becomes 3. Then, if Enduring Angel didn't transform this way, you lose the game. Oh no, that's weird.
That is weird. That's definitely weird.
So, you have Angelic Enforcer. Flying, you have hexproof. Its power and toughness equal to your total life. Whenever it attacks, you double your life total. How interesting of a card here.
That is a very interesting card. First off, I like that it has hexproof.
Maybe if it didn't flip, meaning like they killed it in response, or they killed it during combat. Maybe something along those lines. Because at that point, the card would die, you wouldn't have any life, and you'd lose the game. What do you think? Because I assume Enduring Angel still has to be alive. So if it didn't transform this way.
No, it's got to be. So
if you transformed it a different way, you will die.
Exactly. If you force transform a different route, which there are cards out there that can make creatures transform forcibly without,
Wow,
going
that's such
that
a
route.
hard thing. You just lose the game.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, you think.
I guess they want you to start out at a very low life total because of that.
That seems to be the focus with this card. Is they want you to go with that low life total.
All those zombies.
I know. Tell me about it. Moving on, guys. We have the Lunarch Veteran. 1 white, human cleric. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life, and he has a disturbed cost of pay 1 and pay a white. He transforms into Luminous Phantom. Flying, whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, you gain 1 life. If Luminous Phantom will be put into graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. So he's not bad for a 1-drop 1. I mean, you're gaining life off of, creatures entering the battlefield.
Leave the battlefield.
Leave the battlefield, at least for that one.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's not bad. I have no problem with that. Nice little early game card, I guess you could play. Not bad. I don't have a problem with it. Nice little white card. Moving on, guys. We have Morning Patrol. Says 2 colorless, 1 white. Human Soldier has Vigilance. Disturb cost of 3 colorless and 1 white. You may cast this card from your graveyard transformed for its Disturb cost. When you do that, it will transform into Morning Apparition. With Flying and Vigilance, if Morning Apparition will be put into graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. So very basic card here. You're not really getting anything from it. Just if you decide to pay the Disturb cost, you'll get him back with Flying and Vigilance. That's pretty much the only thing you're getting. Very basic card. Next up, guys, we have Bait Hook Angular. He's going to be 1 colorless, 1 blue, human peasant with a Disturb cost of 1 and 1 blue.
I want you to know that it seems like there's no safe jobs in this world.
There's not. Not in any shot. Everything can kill you. Every job. When it transforms, he becomes Hook Haunt Drifter. He's a spirit with flying And once again, he's another basic card, Cat.
Mm-hmm.
You pay the disturb cost, you get him back from the graveyard, he comes back with flying. That's about the only thing good about him, is he comes back with flying, but very basic card.
Interesting.
Very basic. Moving on, guys, we have the Kotovus Castaway. He's going to be 1 colorless, 1 blue. He's a human. When he dies, mill 3 cards. He also has a disturb cost of 3 colorless and 2 blue. He is a 1/3. When he comes back with a disturb, he transforms into Ghostly Castigator. Cool artwork, I will say, guys. Has flying. When he enters the battlefield, you may shuffle up to 3 target cards from your graveyard into your library. If Ghostly Castigator will be put into the graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. So I like the mechanic a little bit with this card, only because you can mill those 3 cards and then basically get those 3 cards back. Only thing a problem is, though, is they go to your library. I would like it better if it went to your hand.
But you get a 3/4 flyer for 5, you get some cards back, shuffled back in. I don't know.
It's an alright card.
It's alright.
It's alright. But I still would prefer if, you got those 3 cards to your hand, because then you could pull 3 cards to your hand and say you milled 3 good cards. I mean, that's a quick way of retreating. Moving on, guys, we have Delver of Secrets. He's 1 blue. He's a human wizard.
Reprint.
At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card. If an instant or sorcery card is revealed this way, transform Delver of Secrets. If this is the case, he'll transform into Insectile Aberration with flying. He is an insect. He's a 3/2. So, I'm going to go and say one thing.
I don't like the art.
What?
Well, this is a very modern, control card. We've seen this a lot. Modern has seen this a lot. Yes, this is a well-known card. You won't notice it from the artwork, but I like the other artwork better.
This is the first time I've seen it, so yeah. Kind of cool, though. Moving on, guys, we have
very good card.
Gale Drifter. He's going to be 3 colorless and 1 blue. He's an hippogriff. Flying. Has a disturbed payment of 4 colorless, 1 blue. Transforms into Whale Drifter. Oh, that's freaky looking. Whale Drifter is flying. If it would be put in the graveyard anywhere, exile it instead. It's going to be a 2/2.
Expect him to have an ability.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
For 5 mana, you're going to get 2/2 flyer.
I don't like it. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. For 5 mana, it's not
goodness.
worth it. I like the artwork, but in my opinion, it's garbage.
I expected so much more.
Moving on, guys, we have Malevolent Hermit. He's going to be 1 colorless, 1 blue, human wizard. 1 blue, sacrificing, counter target non-creature spell unless the controller pays 3.
I like this.
Now, I'm going to tell you, this is something that you're probably going to see in competitive CDH, maybe, because this is a creature who has
I don't know about that. We'll have to see the flip.
Really? Let's see the flip, then. You don't think so?
He might be seen in standard, but not CDH.
Really? I mean, come on. He's a counter. He is a counter creature for a blue.
Listen. Force of Will. So much better.
Oh, because everybody
non-creature.
has a force of will just on hand. Anyway, moving on, guys. He transforms into Benevolent Geist. Flying. Non-creature spells you control can't be countered. If Benevolent Geist will be put into the graveyard from anywhere, exiled instead. Now what you think, homeboy?
It's better. It's a lot better.
Okay.
But still, it's not. You won't see this on CDH.
Oh, okay, guys. A little bit of homework. Go around, visit some of your local, magic YouTubers, and see if any of them might show off this card. If so, come back and comment and make RCK.
No. What you need to comment is you need to tell Captain Waffles to stop hitting that pipe. That's all. He does not know what he's talking about.
Oh God! Moving on, guys. We have Mysterious Tome. Going to be 2 colorless and 1 blue. It's going to be an artifact. You pay 2, tap it, draw a card, transform Mysterious Tome.
Crack it.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Next thing you know, it will transform into Chilling Chronicle. Pay 1, tap, target, non-land permanent. Transforming Chilling Chronicle. So,
goes back and forth.
It goes back to the previous thing it was once you pay that 1 and tap it. So
you can draw again.
Yeah, you can draw again. If you pay 2,
Mine's me a Toon World.
It does on the reverse side for you Yu-Gi-Oh fans. It does remind me of Toon World also. It's kind of cool. I like the way they did it. I don't know.
A Toon World. I want to make a Toon World deck.
Oh my God!
But we don't really play Yu-Gi-Oh all that much.
We don't.
Something I've always wanted because I liked it in the show.
Oh God! Moving on, guys. We have Overwhelmed Archivist is going to be 2 colors, 1 blue. He's a human wizard. When he enters the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card. He has a disturb cost of 3 colors and 1 blue. He's a 3/2. When he plays your disturb cost, he's going to come back as Archive Haunt with flying. When you draw, whenever he attacks, he draw a card, then discard a card. So basically, you know, his first form, draw a card, discard a card. Second form, draw a card, discard a card. Pretty much. The only thing is this
keep cycling.
Yeah, he keeps cycling. He comes back with flying though.
Yeah, that's better.
But he comes back weaker too though. He's a 2/1.
Jesus.
I know, right? Sucks down it. Moving on, we have Poppet Stitcher. He's going to be 2 colors, 1 blue, human wizard. Whenever you cast the instant sorcery spell, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. Of course, you know your Decayed zombies cannot block, but when they attack and swing out, they have to be sacrificed at the end of combat. Also, he has the fact that at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more creature tokens, you may transform Poppet.
I really like this one.
He transforms guys into Poppet Factory. Creature tokens you control lose all abilities and have the base power and toughness 3/3. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may transform Poppet Factory.
So, what happens is all your zombie decayed creatures become 3/3s with no decay.
With no decay. And what I love about it is, not just the question, it says at the bottom at the beginning of the upkeep, you may transform Poppet Factory. My question is, do you have to?
If you want to
because it says
gank some zombies again, start gaining from your instants and sorceries, you don't have to. You don't have to switch, but you can. It'd be easy to switch back and forth every turn.
It would, as long as you kept
So
the source.
it's really up to you. But I feel like there was actually some kind of combo with this. I can't remember exactly what it was from. But
I will definitely say this, guys. If you decide to pick up the new precon that is almost a zombie tribal, this is definitely a card I would look at.
Very good.
Again, definitely a very good card, and it's going to help you out making those zombies bad as all get out. I mean, think about it. No decay, 3/3s, ready to swing out. Pop an army of the damned. Let's go. Let's get it. Moving on, we have Suspicious Stowaway. She's going to be 1 color and 1 blue. She's a human rogue werewolf. She can't be blocked. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. So we have some cycling going on. She also has Daybound. When she transforms, she'll become the Seafaring Werewolf. When she becomes this, she still can't be blocked. Then, of course, she deals combat damage to a player and you draw a card.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very good. Very good indeed. And she has Nightbound. So, I mean, we're just going to keep flipping back and forth. You know, she's a nice little low cost, too.
Cycling cards, drawing cards,
cycling cards, drawing cards. You know, we're just doing our thing over here, doing our thing. Next thing up, we have the Bane Blade Scoundrel. He's going to be 3 colors, 1 black. He's a human rogue werewolf. Ow! Another one. Whenever Bane Blade Scoundrel becomes blocked, these creatures blocking it gets -1 until end of turn. He has Daybound. He's a 4/3, but when he transforms, he becomes a 5/4 known as the Bane Claw Marauder. When he becomes blocked, each creature blocking gets -1 until end of turn. Whenever a creature blocking Bane Claw Marauder dies, that creature's controller loses 1 life. He has Nightbound, a 5/4. Hefty little guy right here, boy.
Yeah, he's very powerful.
He is.
Creatures dying, he has effects. They'll be losing life anyway. He gives you -1/-1 till end of turn. If he's blocking, he can deal with a lot of things. I mean, he's very powerful.
He's very versatile. Very versatile card. I like him. Most definitely. I don't know if I will add him in my zombie deck, but yeah, if you're rocking werewolves, guys, and you got that black mixed in, definitely a card to pick up. He could be used in various ways. Next up, we have the Covert Cut Purse. He's going to be 2 colors, 1 black. He's a human rogue. When he enters the battlefield, destroy target creature you don't control that was dealt damage this turn. He also has the disturb cost of 4 colors and 1 black. He transforms when you bring him back into Convecious Geist. He's a spirit rogue at that point, guys, with flying and death touch. If Convecious Geist will be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. So I like the fact it has flying and death touch.
Yeah, flying death touch too. Not too much to say.
Not too much to say about it. Very basic. Moving on, guys, we have Curse of Leeches. 2 colors, 1 black. It's an enchantment, an Aurora curse to be exact, guys. Enchant player, this permanent transforms into Curse of Leeches. Attach it to a player. At the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, they lose 1 life and you gain 1 life. But it has Daybound as well. So when it transforms, it becomes Leeching Lurker. Has lifelink. It's a leech horror that is a 4/4. Kind of interesting to see an enchantment that switches over into a creature, in
But it makes more sense though when you read the part again. So as this permanent transforms into curse of leeches, attach it to a player again.
Yeah.
So kind of cool.
Kind of cool. You can constantly kind of switch it off to another player.
Kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting card. I like it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I know there's almost a focus right now of enchantments to where you can kind of run an enchantment heavy deck with this release. So, might be a card worth looking into. Might be a card worth maybe picking up.
Yeah.
Who knows? Moving on, we have Ecstatic Awakener. He's going to be 1 black. He's the human wizard. Has paid 2 colors, 1 black, sacrifice another creature, draw a card, then transform Ecstatic Awakener. Activate only once each turn. He transforms into, zoom in. He transforms into a Woken Demon, who is a 4/4. Very basic.
Wow, I expected more.
I did too.
So for 4 mana and sacrifice creature, you get a 4/4, vanilla 4/4.
Yeah. No add-ons.
Ooh.
You really gonna pick?
Ooh.
You really gonna be like? Next up, guys, we have the Graveyard Trespassers. It's gonna be 2 colors and 1 black. She's a werewolf. She has ward. Discard a card. Whenever she enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. If the creature card was exiled this way, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. She also has Daybound, so she will transform into Graveyard Glutton when it changes to night. And she still has ward. Discard a card. You can give it to her whenever she enters the battlefield or attacks. Exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. For each creature card exiled this way, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So, if I'm right, the first way, right, she exiles 1, but then once she transforms, she can exile 2.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of cool.
And then for each creature card, she's dealing damage, you're gaining life. Mm-hmm. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Good if you're playing against zombies.
Good if you're playing against zombies. That is for sure. I tell you, another card that would be good paired up with a lot of these cards, and that would be Conrad. Because there's a lot of stuff going in and out of the graveyard.
Yes, I agree.
It's ridiculous. Moving on, guys, we have Heirloom Mirror. It's going to be 1 color, 1 black. It's an artifact, surprisingly. It says pay 1. Tap, pay 1 life, discard a card, draw a card, mill a card, then put a ritual counter on Heirloom Mirror. Then if it has 3 or more ritual counters on it, remove them and transform it. Activate only as a sorcery.
You forgot to pat your head and rub your stomach.
I know, right?
Jump on 1 leg.
Exactly. When it transforms, it becomes Inherited Fiend, a demon with flying. He has 2 colors, 1 black. Pay this cost, exile a target creature card from a graveyard. Put a 1/1 counter on Inherited Fiend.
Okay.
It's not bad. Not bad. I mean, you pay 2 for the mirror, then you pay 1 most, and you pay 3 for a 4/4. It's pretty much what you're doing. But you got a little bit of weight. You got to pay a life, and then you got to discard a card. So, they're asking for a lot for a 4/4 with flying.
I agree.
They're asking for a lot. Moving on, guys, we have Jaren Corrupted Bishop. Cool thing, I just pulled this card today on CK. I'm still unsure how I'm going to use it, but I'm going to use it. I promise you that. I'm going
to find a way.
I'm going to find a way. Whenever he enters the battlefield, guys, or another non-token human you control dies, you lose 1 life and create a 1/1 white human creature token. He also has the ability to pay 2. Target human you control gains life leak until the end of turn. At the beginning of your end step, if you have exactly 13 life, you may pay 4 colors and 2 black. If you do, transform him.
Such a particular way to change him, I guess. It's very
specific.
Yeah.
Very specific. When he transforms, he becomes Ormondal, the Corruptor. A demon with flying trample lifelink. Has the ability to sacrifice another creature, draw a card.
Great card, but so hard to transform him.
Most definitely is very hard to transform him. I will say the same thing. It's definitely going to be kind of hard to transform this guy and get him into this Ormondal state. But I will say once you pull it off, I will believe it will be a cool setup. Moving on, guys, we have Shady Trader. It's going to be 2 colorless and 1 black. Human werewolf with menace and daybound. He has the ability to, of course, transform. But I will say, for a 3-drop, 2/3 with menace, I'm not as excited. So I'm hoping once he transforms, it'll be something better. When he does, though, he becomes Stalking Predator. He's going to be a werewolf with menace, nightbound. He's going to be a 4/4. I will say that, paying 3 for a 4/4 is not going to be bad. But you definitely want to make sure you're going to be able to switch him over and transform him into this stalking predator, because that's the only way you're going to get your money's worth in this setup. That's the only way you're going to get it. I will say also, I've managed to pull this card. Not a bad card, I think. I don't know how I'm incorporated if I'm not playing werewolves, but if you are running werewolves with that black aesthetic mixed in, might definitely be a card to pick up. Good for the early game. Definitely good for the early game. Moving on, guys, we have Vengeful Stranger. It's going to be a one colorless, one black creature human rogue. Vengeful Stranger can't block. When it dies, return it to the battlefield transformed under your control, attached to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Quite interesting, I say the least. He's a 2/1. So, you're paying 2, you drop this guy down. He can't block, but when he dies, you can return him to the battlefield transformed. And, you can attach a target creature or planeswalker doesn't control, apparently. But, opponent controls. But the question is, what for? Apparently, it comes back as Strangling Grasp. Oh, wow. It's an enchantment. Enchantment creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. At the beginning of your upkeep, enchanted permanent controller sacrifices a non-land permanent and loses 1 life. So, this card, guys, is actually quite interesting. Mainly because, once he comes back, you can attach him to, a creature or planeswalker, your opponent has. It basically is an aura, so, it's not going anywhere. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you can forcibly, sacrifice that card and make them lose a life. So it's an interesting kill spell, to be honest. It feels like it's a little extra for what it's doing, because literally you have to go through the entire process of losing this creature. But I will say what it is. It's almost a payback card. It's almost a card that basically says, you kill my guy, I'll kill yours. So it's a revenge card, definitely. But, it's one of those cards where, in my opinion, if somebody has something out there that could be, somewhat of an annoying factor at the table, and it needs to be gotten rid of, this is a very nice surprise card that can be used, rather than using something that's going to outright counter that card coming out. Like if somebody's playing Get Rog or something crazy, and then you have somebody who's trying to counter it and they fail to do so because homeboys pop something off to stop it, so now he's out on the field, and you have Vengeful Stranger out here who can't block anyway. If you can find a way to kill him, or if he dies or you have to sacrifice him, you can always have him come back and kill that monster. You can have him kill that creature. So, look at a combination of, say, Fleshbag Marauder gets played. All right, so you sacrifice Vengeful Stranger, and everybody else sacrifices a creature, and, you say, okay, well, don't worry about it. I'm going to sacrifice my Vengeful Stranger, then I'm going to transform him and bring him back and attach him to, your Get Rog. And that's going to kill him on your next upkeep, because they're going to have to sacrifice. They're going to be forced to, and then they're going to lose a life. Not to mention, I love the cool design, guys. The cool design for Strangling Grasp is nice. Moving on, we have Fangblade Brigaband. It's going to be 3 colors, 1 red as a human werewolf. It's going to be a 3/4. It has the ability of 1 colorless, 1 red paid. It gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until the end of turn. Very common red card. Gains first strike, which a couple red cards have been known to do with their abilities. If you pay 2, if you're willing to pay that, it becomes +1. You get that added on. It's going to be a 4/4. However, the Daybound is what I care more about, guys. Once it has Daybound and no spells have been cast during that turn, it becomes night. At night, she becomes the Fangblade Eviscerator, which sounds awesome. But the ability for it is going to be 1 color, 1 red. Fangblade Eviscerator gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. It also has a secondary ability of paying 4 and 1 red creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. So I will say this. I like the fact that when it changes over, it becomes a 4/5. That's about all I truly like. Everything else is not bad if you're willing to pay the 2 mana to boost it up again. But, you can pay the 5 to boost everything. But in my opinion, guys, there's different ways you can boost up all your creatures without paying that 1/5 mana cost. There are other cards out there that can do that. They can just boost them all up together. Not to mention, we've been playing green and we've been playing red a lot when it comes to these werewolves. That's just tend to be the combination with this release set. And there are other cards out there that already boost creatures up that are werewolves altogether. So if you're going to be running this card, most cases you are going to probably run it in a werewolf deck. I see it being ran in a werewolf deck. You know, those type of cards, you're not really going to need that 4+red to give it that +2/+0. You should be able to get away with using other cards that will, in our words, do the same thing and do it better for a lower cost. But I don't know. Me, myself, personally, I would probably skip this card, but it would not be a bad one, I guess, maybe to add in a werewolf deck. But there are better werewolves, in my opinion, to add. But I will say I do like the name. What about you, Skip? What you think?
Fang Blade. Well, I mean, 5 mana is pretty steep, but it's not bad.
Hella steep. Other cards can do better shit than that.
If you have no cards in your hand and you top deck a land, maybe.
Oh my god. Moving on, guys. We have Flame Channeler. It's going to be 1 colors, 1 red. Human Wizard. When a spell you control deals damage, transform Flame Channeler. So, guys, bolt somebody real quick so we can flip her into the good old embodiment of flame. An element wizard. Whenever a spell you control deals damage, put a flame counter on embodiment of flame. Pay 1, remove a flame counter from embodiment of flame, exile the top card of your library, then you may play that card this turn.
Not too bad.
That's not too bad. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you think
Card
about it, guys.
advantage.
Card advantage. Yeah, I mean, it has a counter on there, so couldn't you just pay like 2 and then remove 2 counters, exile 2 cards, and then use both of them? So yeah, think of it like that, guys. Don't think of it as just paying that 1 and then stopping there. If you have the ability, you can go further than that, and you can get cards you need to change the game around. Moving on, we have Harvest Tide Infiltrator. He's going to be 2 colors, 1 red, human werewolf with trample and daybound. I pulled this card.
You did?
Yes, I did. I got a holographic version of it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no. I ain't a fan of it. No. It's all right. It ain't nothing fancy. However, I will say it's not bad to pay 3 if you're able to transform it into Harvest Tide Assailant, which is a werewolf with trample and is a 4/4. Guys, a 4/4 with trample ain't bad. Ain't bad, not day in the week. Not bad at all.
It gets past those decayed zombies, though.
Yeah, it does get past them decayed zombies.
Well, they couldn't block anyways.
Well, they couldn't. They just there for show and tell. Moving on, we have Reckless Storm Seekers. Reckless Storm Seekers next, guys. Gonna be 2 colors, 1 red. Gonna be a human werewolf at the beginning of combat on your turn. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains haste until the end of the turn. It also has the ability Daybound. Whenever no spells are cast, she will transform over to Storm Charged Slasher, which at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains trample and haste until end of turn. So, very basic card, guys. Cool. You're paying 3. If you're able to switch it over, you'll get a 3/4, and then you'll be able to give something +2/+0 at the beginning of combat.
I mean, a 6/4 trampler is better than a 4/4 trampler.
It is. This is true. Next up is a card that I actually pulled myself too.
A Dragon Egg.
A Dragon Egg. Of all things. After the way I feel about dragons. I get a what? Fucking Dragon Egg. Anyway, up next is Smoldering Egg. It's going to be 1 colors, 1 red with Defender. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, put a number of Ember counters on Smoldering Egg equal to the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. Then a Smoldering Egg has 7 or more Ember counters on it. Remove them and transform it. You will then hatch it into Ashmouth Dragon. Spellslinger. Flying. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Ashmouth Dragon deals 2 damage to any target. So definitely a Spellslinger. Most definitely.
Early blocker.
Yeah.
It could be a very, very fast flip into a 4/4 flyer. And he deals extra damage whenever you cast things. It deals extra damage when you do cast spells.
And don't forget, guys, it's not going to take much to get those counters up on that Smoldering Egg. I'm going to let you know because
that'd be fast.
It'll be fast. If you cast these instant and sorcery spells, most of them cost about 3 CMC, if not more. So, I mean, you think about it, that's only going to be 4/11 before you're at 7. You cast about, 2 or 3 instant speed spells, and then cast you a sorcery, and you day.
I mean, for a total of 6 mana, you can play this, play a 4 mana instant sorcery, and now you have a 4/4 flyer that deals extra damage on instant sorceries. That's how fast it is.
That's how fast it is. It's insane. Moving on, guys, we have Spell Room Painter. She's going to be 2 colors, 1 red. She's a human shaman werewolf. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, she gets +1/+1 till end of turn. However, if you cast no spells and are able to transform her, she becomes Spell Room Howler. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, she gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Spell Slinger. Most definitely, son. I like how the last 2 cards have been very focused on Spell Slingers. But anyway, moving on, we have Tavern Ruffian.
I think I pulled it.
I pulled it too.
Maybe you did. Maybe that's where I saw it.
3 colors, 1 red. He's going to be a human werewolf. 2/5. But if no spells are cast and is able to transform, he becomes the ever infamous Tavern Smasher, which is a 6/5. A 6/5. That's a big beast. Yeah. That's a big beast.
Why did him as the human form have 5 toughness?
No idea.
Strange.
Can take a lick.
Apparently.
Can take a lick. Next up, guys, we have the Village Watch on patrol. It's going to be 4 colors, 1 red. Human werewolf with haste. So as soon as it comes on the field, it can swing out with a fist. But if you cast no spells and are able to transform it, it becomes Village Reavers. Wolves and werewolves you control have haste, which makes it a 5/4. Guys, that's good for werewolves. That's a good card, man. If you're able to transform it, think about it. Anything you're playing out that's a wolf or a werewolf is going to be able to start swinging out the moment they drop in. That's all I can tell you on that one, bro. You gonna run a werewolf deck, put it in there.
I mean, with that green red card where it says, okay, you flip everybody.
Yep.
Well, now you guys have haste, even if you cast them this turn. So.
Yep. Great card. Moving on, we have Bird and Myra. 2 colors, 1 green. I really did you. Apparently, she's a human archer werewolf with reach. You know how I feel about reach.
Oh, yeah.
But if you don't cast anything, you're able to transform her. She becomes Wing Shredder. Reach still, but she has to be a 3/5 creature.
A little stronger.
A little bit stronger. Not by much. Very basic card. Not really much going on other than the reach being in there. And, of course, if you're able to transform her, good for you. Nice little blocker, if anything. Not really big on swinging. Better on blocking. Moving on, we have the Early Breaker. 3 colors, 2 green. Human werewolf has warped. And of course, he also has Daybound. So if you're able to switch him over and transform him, he becomes Dire Strain Demolisher. He's going to have a ward of 3, and he's going to be an 8/7. That's a beastly mug, man.
He's a big boy.
Oh, big boy. 8/7.
You pulled him today, didn't you?
I think I did. I think I might have
did
too. That's a big boy. That's a big boy.
For a 5 mana 6/5 award 1, that's already good.
What? That's already good without transforming him. And then let's be honest, you cast no spells, and it has ward of 1. Come on, man. Come on.
I like it.
That taxation.
Ward 3 now.
Exactly. Next up, we have Death Bonnet Sprout. It's gonna be a 1 green. It's a fungus. We haven't seen funguses like that in
Funky
here.
boy.
Little funky boy. At the beginning,
Jesus.
there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard. Transform Death Bonnet Sprout. Once you transform it, it becomes Death Bonnet Hulk. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile a card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, put a 1/1 counter on Death Bonnet Hulk. So basically, you can boost this guy up if you're willing to keep, exiling your graveyard, pretty much. You exile your graveyard, you can make yourself a little big boy.
Big boy.
Make yourself a big boy.
Big boy.
Pretty tame, guys. Pretty tame. Moving on, we have Hound Tamer. It's going to be 2 colorless and 1 green. Human werewolf has trample, but also has the paid ability of paying 3 colorless and 1 green, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Also has
3 mana 3/3 with the trample ability is good. Add on effect if you need to use your mana to make him bigger, sure.
Sure, you feeling froggy and elite. But of course, you can always transform it into Untamed Pup. Other wolves and werewolves control have trample, which is pretty good. That adds on to the effect of last one. You know what I mean? Homeboy up there's got it on the haste. Untamed Pup's going to have it on the trample.
That's going to be good.
That's going to be good. Guys, if you're going to rock wolves and werewolves, you need to add both those cards in, especially if you're running that red-green combination. They're going to be worthwhile if you can get them transformed in that Nightbound. I know it also has the ability of, paying 3 and 1 green to put a counter on target creature, but look, guys. Fuck all that. We ain't here
Yeah.
for all that.
We here for the trample.
We here for the trample. That's what we here for. That's what we've been here for. All right, that's all it need to be said. Moving on, we got the Outland Liberator. Gonna be one colors, one green. Has the ability to pay one, sacrifice Outland Liberator, destroy target artifact or enchantment. So she's an enchantment killer.
Now I actually pulled this. I pulled the alternate version of this card.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
I think it's a pretty good card.
It is. It's not bad. Not bad. But it does transform into Frenzy Trap Breaker, where you pay one, destroy the same target artifact or enchantment, same as before. Whenever it attacks, though, destroy target artifact, enchantment, defending player control. So now you have two ways to get rid of it.
And it destroys on the attack. You don't have to deal damage.
Don't have to do damage at all.
You just have to attack.
You just have to attack. Just swing out with them. Let them lash.
And then if they do block with a bigger creature, your creature's gonna die. Of course, you can sacrifice it, kill something else.
Yeah, sacrifice and kill something else. Pay one, kill two artifacts. Yeah, or enchantments. Go for it, guys. Go for it. Not to mention, it means only two. It's only two. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's not bad. Moving on, we have the Tireless Hauler. He's going to be 4 colors and 1 green with Vigilance. He's going to be a 4/5. I got one of these guys. I actually got 2 of them. I got one that's the regular, and I have the full art. Full art is kind. You know what makes it so bad though? I like the regular art more than I like the full art. Yeah, it's strange. But when he transforms, he becomes a Dire Strain Brawler. He has Vigilance, but he's now a 6/6. Few townsfolk had their suspicions, but none dared accuse him openly. I reckon not.
I wouldn't either.
I reckon not. Moving on, guys, we have Tovaler's Huntmaster. He's going to be a 4 colors, 2 green creature, human werewolf. When he enters the battlefield, create 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. Look at that. We always spawning wolves. Look at it.
Wow.
Already
6 mana for a 6/6, and then plus 4 more. So you're getting 6 mana for 10 power.
Yes.
That's impressive.
That's what you get. And then, if you cast no spells, he transforms into Baller's Pack Leader. When he enters the battlefield or attacks, create 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. He also has the paid ability of 2 colors and 2 greens. Another target wolf or werewolf you control fights target creature you don't control.
So you get 2 more when he flips because he entered, I guess, when he flips. I don't know if he enters when he flips or not. But you do get to create 2 more when he attacks. So you're sitting at 4 tokens at least. I don't know about the first part there when he enters. But then you have the pay 4 ability to fight creatures now.
Yeah.
Not many things are going to stand up to a 7/7.
Nope. Not too many things.
So,
you're getting a lot, man. That's not a bad card.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty good for a werewolf. Moving on, we have Arlene, the Pack's Hope. She's going to be 2 colors, 1 red and 1 green. Legendary Planeswalker, guys, on the field. She has the ability Daybound, of course. Until your next turn, you may cast creature spells as though they had flash, and each creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. This is her +1. Her -3, however, is create 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. Not bad. I mean,
Not
very
bad.
basic Planeswalker. Not bad.
We need to werewolf Planeswalker.
Yeah. However, when she transforms, she's become Arlene, the Moon's Fury. Her +2 is add 1 red, 1 green. Her 0 is until end of turn. Arlene, the Moon's Fury, becomes a 5/5 werewolf creature with trample, indestructible, and haste. So she turns herself into a threat, but at the same time, she can kind of basically give you some mana to use.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that big of a threat. Yeah, it might be tough to get rid of, but I mean, you just turn it daytime.
Yeah, you just turn daytime. I mean, if you're able to +2 her in time, guys, I mean, honestly, you can +2 her and then, you know, make you some more wolf tokens. I mean,
yeah, I guess
that's what you want. I mean, there's not much to this Planeswalker, guys. She's pretty basic. I mean, I guess you can run her really in this, you know, red-green werewolf deck that we're basically conspiring to build here. I mean, she's going to sync with whatever you got going on, but I mean, I don't think she's something that you, like, direly need to add in.
I feel like it's something that you can play until your next turn. You may cast creature spells as though they had flash, and each creature battlefield. Okay, so you don't play anything that turn. Give all your creatures flash. You play them all on your opponent's turn. Since you played no spells, all your werewolf flip.
Yep.
So maybe she's just helping out the ability to flip things.
She's giving a helping hand, bro.
So
she's giving a helping hand.
Maybe that's what she's trying to play off of. But other than that, she's okay-ish.
She's alright. She alright. Next up, guys, we have Denick, Piazza Princess. He's going to be 1 white, 1 blue. Lifelink. Cards in your graveyard can't be the targets of spells or abilities. He also has a disturb cost. When he's brought back, he changes into Denic Pia's apparition with flying. Whenever one or more creature cards are put into graveyards from anywhere, investigate. This ability triggers only once each turn.
I like it.
Not bad. Not bad. I mean, you think about it. If that's the case, it can only trigger once per turn.
No, it says whenever one or more creatures put in the graveyard from anywhere, investigate. Oh god, it does say only once each turn. Oh. So I thought it was reading something else.
See, I was thinking that you could investigate each time a creature went in.
Regardless, every turn. I mean, there's a good chance things die every turn.
I mean, especially, yeah. I mean,
by the time it goes around table, say something died every turn, you might have 4 clue tokens.
You might have 4. It'd be nice, though. It's all right. I ain't crazy about it.
Right.
I ain't crazy about it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't crazy about it.
It'd be better if it wasn't once each turn.
Yeah. That's what's really hurting me, guys, is that once each turn. That's really the biggest thing for me. Moving on, guys, we have Devoted Graphkeeper. He's going to be 1 white, 1 blue also. When he enters the battlefield, mill 2 cards. Whenever you cast a spell from your graveyard, tap target creature you don't control. If you choose to pay that disturb cost and bring him back, he becomes Departed Soul Keeper. With flying, he can block only creatures with flying. Very simple, not bad.
Yeah.
He comes back as a flyer. If you want to pay that disturb cost of 3, he comes back as a 3. He is flying, but he can only block creatures with flying. So, I mean, very. Moving on, we have a highlighter over here, guys. Okay. Somebody that's definitely going to be used in the werewolf decks. A new Kessig Naturalist. He's a human werewolf. Whenever he attacks, add 1 green or 1 red. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end.
Interesting.
Very interesting. I love the fact he's low cost, too. He's only 2. That's cool. And, of course, he has the transform ability into the Lord of Uvenwald. Other wolves and werewolves you control get +1/+1. Whenever Lord of Uvenwald attacks, add 1 red or 1 green. Until end of turn, you don't lose his mana as steps and phases end. So, basically, he keeps the same ability. When he attacks, though, you get it. And, of course, you get to give all your wolves and werewolves +1/+1. He's a crowd booster, son.
Yeah, everybody likes lords.
Everybody likes lords.
And honestly enough, I like his second ability, too, on both sides. Due to the fact of you don't want to cast spells sometimes, different things like that. So it lets you collect that mana.
It does.
So
you can always use it for something else. Moving on, guys, we have Ludwig Necro Genius. He's going to be 1 blue, 1 black. Whenever he whenever he enters the battlefield or attacks, mill a card. He also has the secondary ability of X. 2 blue, 2 black, exile X creature cards from your graveyard, transform Ludwig X. Transform, no, you just transform it. X can't be 0, though.
Yep.
Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, Ludwig. Okay. When he transforms, that's a ugly fuck. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Do you remember that thing from Full Metal Alchemist that guy made? This is it. This is the fucking dog.
It looks so bad.
You're like, what the fuck? That thing just talked to me?
It's like, oh my God. Imagine walking in on that shit. Just, what the? Anyway, guys, this is Olaf Ludwig's Hurus. As the creature transforms into Olaf Ludwig's Hurus, it becomes a copy of a creature. It's 4/4, and it's a legendary blue and black zombie in addition to his other colors and types. Put a number of 1/1 counters on Olaf. Number of creature cards exiled with it. I keep wanting to call it Olaf, but it's like so fucked up. God almighty.
I really don't like it. I feel like they could have done Ludwig so much better.
I don't like it either, guys. Even though he's a zombie, I still wouldn't admit it. He's fucking ugly for one. What is that a fucking centipede coming out of me?
Yes, he's got tentacles coming out the front. He's got like saw things on the end of his legs.
Oh my God.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
It's so much going
But yeah,
on.
they did old
Oh
Ludwig
my
wrong on that one.
God. Why you turning over?
I gotta stop looking at it. And you're exiling so much to just get value on that one creature that
Oh
they can
my
just use
God.
a kill spell to kill.
Yes, exactly, guys. It's not worth it. I
Like
mean,
I wish they did him so much better because I like Ludwig. You've seen him in flavor text. You've seen him other
oh
places.
yeah, he's popped up. Oh, isn't he? Isn't he normally like red and blue too?
Yeah, that's the one I have for him, and I
Yeah.
thought he was pretty good in
Oh
that set. But this one,
God.
it's like,
Ooh.
okay, I guess not.
Oh boy. He done been through some things. He done been through. Oh, he done been
Yeah,
through a lot.
he's this one right here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ludwig Necro Alchemist. Yeah, that's the one I remember. I remember he was red blue.
And this one's much better than that one.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Next up, guys, we have Tovalar, Dire Overlord, another highlight card from this set. He is going to be one colorless, one red, and one green. He has the ability of whenever a wolf or warrior you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card at the beginning of your upkeep. If you control 3 or more wolves and or werewolves, it becomes night. Then transform any number of human werewolves you control. Of course, once he's able to be transformed, he becomes Tovalar, the Midnight Scourge. Whenever a wolf or warrior you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. He also has the secondary ability of X, red and green. Target wolf or werewolf you control gets plus X plus O engage trample until end of turn. He, my friends, is a staple commander for the werewolf tribal.
They might. This might be a good. I think this is a good enough card for commander for werewolves.
Yeah.
Much better than any other choice you have.
Yeah.
Gives you card advantage. Gives you combat abilities. Very good.
Oh, most definitely. And guys, people are running this deck. Like, people are running this guy as their commander as we speak.
And he's a very low costing card.
He is a very low costing card, which is always great. You don't see a lot of great low costing commanders that support that much into the actual, battle zone. But it's good to know that werewolves are getting that. They're getting that card in this set, man. They're getting that look
They're
at.
finally getting a worthy commander.
They are, which is something we have not seen in a while, especially for werewolves. But most definitely, I think this is one that you'll see guys at your community, get-togethers as far as Magic goes. Like, he's definitely going to be one to pop up as far as one of those new commander decks you see pop up. I'm just saying, if you see the zombie tribal one pop up, then you're probably going to see somebody pop up with this Dire Overlord Werewolf tribal deck out here. Like, Tovalar is going to be spearheading it, that's for sure. Moving on, guys, we have the Mystic Skull. It's going to be a 2 colorless artifact. Has the ability to pay 1 tap, add 1 mana of any color. It also has a secondary ability of paying 5 colorless, tap it, transform it. If you pay that 5 colorless and choose to transform it, it becomes Mystic Monstrosity. Lands you control at tap, add 1 mana of any color. It is also a 5/6.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would say the least.
Interesting. They put that ability on a 5/6 body, but it does cost 5 to transform it.
It does. So you're paying 5 to get a 5/6.
But you have every color now.
You do have every color now, so it could be good. It definitely could be, worth running maybe into a multicolored deck, especially some of these ones that go deep with like 4 to 5 colors. It could be worth it. I would say. I mean, once you transform it, you will be able to tap it for any color. So if you're lacking something, you can provide. Would definitely say. That's all I pretty much have to say on that one, guys. Next up, we have the last card for the review, the last card for the set. We have Hostel. Is going to be a land card, actually. When you tap it, you add clear, colorless mana. And of course, it has a secondary ability of pay 1 tap, sacrifice a creature, put a soul counter on Hostel. Then, if there are 3 or more soul counters on it, remove those counters, transform it, then untap it. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay.
Sacrifices decayed zombies. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, pretty much. And it becomes the Creeping In, an artifact creature, which is a hard construct. Whenever a Creeping In attacks, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of creature cards exiled with Creeping In. Also, if you pay 4, Creeping In phases out.
So I really like that it phases out. It has on protection. It has a cool ability. And it reminds me of a movie I watched when I was younger, being Haunted House.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Or
That's yeah.
isn't it called Haunted? Wasn't it Haunted House?
Yeah, it's Haunted
No,
House.
Monster House.
Monster House. No, it's Monster House.
Monster
It's
House. That's it. That's
Monster
it.
House. It's the one when it comes alive and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it looks like. That would remind me of too. Hmm.
It's cool.
It's
I
cool. I
guess,
like the
yeah.
artwork for it.
You can attack in with your decayed zombies. You don't have to sacrifice them to end your turn. So after you attack with them, you can sacrifice them.
Yep. And do this.
Yep.
Pretty much. Not bad, guys. Not bad. I might actually have looking to put this in my zombie deck. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't 100% on it yet, but you know.
Yeah. Think about it.
I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna see if I can pull it first, though, guys. I'm gonna see if I can pull it first. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for the set. If I had to choose a card I like the most, it would probably be the Lord of Ulenwald. I would say is my pick, or Kessig Naturalist for those who are looking at the front part of this card.
Just looking at these cards right here, I like Dinnick a lot, but I also like Florin, Voldaren, Scion. I think it was his full. I think it was his whole name. But that's just what I'm building a commander for. I would have to say one that I've been waiting for is an actual werewolf commander. People have been waiting for that card for so long.
They have. They really have.
Just like our friend that we have, he's just been running a shitty commander for his werewolf deck.
I'm sure he'll
And
be.
now he better pick up this one. I swear to God, because he'll get so much shit for it.
He will. He better definitely pick that up. I don't want to hear any excuses. I promise you.
So I know what card let me down the most. What card let you down the most?
Oh my gosh! If I had to say a card to pick that let me down just from multicolored, I would say one would be Arlene Pack, the Pack's Hope. I would say she let me
I was
down.
kind of like,
Because I was expecting more from a planeswalker who was going to be kind of the planeswalker for werewolves. You know, I was hoping she would do a little bit more than what she was.
Well, werewolves has always kind of fallen short. You know.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, they're cool. They're cool flip cards, but they've just never been a real presence.
They haven't. But she let me down the most, I would say, out of these cards. I was not a I don't know. I just expected more on her flip. I just did. What about you?
Ludwig really let me down.
In more ways than one.
I mean, just the
Oh
art
my
of
God.
his front card looks so good.
It does, though. It
It
does.
looks so
Look at all
nice.
that. That looks so nice.
Taxi Mills, Energy Mill. Okay, sure. You exile creature card.
But then
Okay.
you think about what's on the other side. You think about what's on the other
It's
side.
not even that good of a card anymore.
It's not, man. It's not.
They had a lot of potential there.
It did, and I feel like it was lost. I mean, in my opinion, the previous one, like we discussed earlier, the red and blue was a lot better than this red and
Yes, it
black. I
was.
feel like it was a lot better, just a lot better. I don't know. This might be a goof for Wizards of the Coast. But anyways, guys, it's been fun doing this review set. That brings us to a conclusion. We're not really going to go through the lands, guys. Most of them are dual lands, and of course, always do check them out. See if you can find anything you might like. But everything in that section is kind of basic, kind of quick stuff. Your usual, typical dual lands, and of course, your basics of everybody's knowledge. Anyway, but I will say that it's been a nice journey, man. It's definitely been a nice
It
journey
really
going
has.
through this
It really
set.
has. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is, man.
I'm not sure what we'll do next though, since there's not a new set out yet.
I know,
We
right?
took us so long to finish this one.
Exactly. It's just like we did stretch this one out. And don't forget, guys, a lot of these cards, they're already out. I will recommend checking out the pre-cons. There's only 2 that's been released this time around, unlike the usual 4 that we get. But the zombie one, in my opinion, is very much worth it. It's a cool pre-con deck to go with. It's not something I would say is like deeply strong or overpowered. So there's room to upgrade. Definitely upgrade it with better cards and new stuff and new strategies. But I will say that I believe you will see it at your local gaming shops being played on the tables. I think you'll see Tovolar being played on tables as well. He's already been made plenty of times as far as, you know, different setups that people want to run with them to kind of show off that werewolf savagery. And I honestly think humans are going to probably make a show out as well with Coven, because Coven is kind of going out of control with this.
They have a lot of Coven cards, I'll tell you that.
They do. I will
They have
say,
a lot to work with.
the underdog setup will be, of course, spell slingers. I will say that because
I don't know. They were given a lot of
they
good
were
stuff.
they were given a lot of good stuff. So I'm expecting spell slingers might actually pop up as well.
Now, I feel with working with other previous standard sets that are still in standard, we will see a stronger Spellslinger blue-red deck.
Yeah, we will.
So-
I do believe so as well. I think the only little concept we have out of it that's been showing a lot of fanfare is going to be Flashback as well.
Mhm.
Flashback is making a huge show out in this set. So I think you'll see a lot more cards with Flashback being used. That's definitely what I believe. The RCK, I hate you right now. I just want you to know. But, guys, I will say this. It's been fun. I thank you for having me. Please like and subscribe to RCK's channel and do comment. And please stay tuned for more videos that we might decide to put up, guys. We don't know what it might be next, but, you know, I hope we have something planned where I can kind of, you know, come back, return.
We'll do something.
We'll do something. We'll do something. But, guys, do keep in touch. Look out for us. I'll probably make my return most definitely. It's been fun. Ciao.
See ya.